Welcome back, fam, on another lesson with Mauricio Ceballos. Now, on today's lesson, we're going to be talking about how to understand smart money concept for beginners, because understand that this is something that could get a little bit complicated if you don't understand the principles. And as always, this time, please gently hit the like button, because I've been getting a lot of complaints from YouTube that like button has been destroyed many times. So do me a favor and go ahead and gently hit that like button, so that way we can go ahead and help the YouTube algorithm to get me out there and be able to provide this information to more individuals. So now let's get started. So understand that smart money concept, you have to really understand where this comes from, right? It comes from understanding where banks, hedge funds, and institutions come in play when it comes to the Forex market. Now, there's certain things I want you guys to understand, right? There's the first thing is understand what is a distribution. Okay, understand what is a distribution. Also, I want you to understand what is an accumulation. These are things that I will be talking down the road on other lessons, but these are the principles of understanding smart money concept. You know, a distribution phase, an accumulation phase, and this all comes from Wyckoff. Okay, this all comes from Wyckoff schematics, right? It comes from Wyckoff schematics. A Wyckoff schematic is for you to understand, you know, when the market is going to go down, when it is that's going up, and there's certain things that you want to pay attention to when it comes to Wyckoff, right? There's certain points of interest, which we like to call POI, right? Our points of interest, and those points of interest can really tell you, you know, if this is a good area to enter or not, right? One of my favorite spots to enter are going to be those expansion moves, right? Those expansion moves are going to be the ones that are going to allow me to understand if this is going to be a good risk-reward ratio. So I'm going to go ahead and just put expansion move right here. Now, another thing is to understand accumulation of price. Okay, accumulation of price is also something that you want to take in consideration, so that way you know, hey, were banks, institutions, or hedge funds putting a lot of orders in here, right? Once you understand an expansion move and accumulation of price, and then you go in detail into imbalance zones, right? Imbalance zones, which you could consider as gaps in the market, okay? Now, many individuals know what a gap is, but don't understand how to find a gap in price, right? Many individuals can find that there are gaps in the market where you see, you know, this could be a candle and then another candle over here. This area right here that I'm pointing out right now, this would be a gap, okay? That would be something that we like to call a gap, insufficiency in price, meaning that price, you know, out of nowhere either dropped down heavily very fast, or it went up heavily very fast. So that is what we like to consider a gap. Now, there's also gap in price within the price itself. This right here is a gap where there could have been a news event, there could have been, you know, a shift of numbers when it comes to, let's say, institutions, hedge funds, or something went ahead and just put a big order in and just, you know, gap the price in because market moved too fast for time to catch up. And that is when you find these gap levels. But let's get into it, right? What are these things that you want to pay attention to? Now, the first thing that you want to be paying attention to is, what is an expansion move, right? An expansion move are levels in the market where market has a sufficient amount of move, right? This is a very big move. It's an impulsive move. From here to here, we had a huge impulsive move. Now, you may not see it as big, but this right here, you have a lot of power, you have a lot of price backing that move up. Therefore, the start of our expansion move was considered from this level right here, these candles, okay? Because we can clearly see that this candle right here was the one that had the momentum and pushed the market to the upside. That is considered a potential expansion move. Now, what would you consider a level of imbalance, right? A gap. This right here, okay, you see price being very full, okay? Price was full this whole time, where you see just a bearish candle. Now, understand that there are levels that you want to pay attention to, right? What are these levels that you want to pay attention to? One of those levels that you would like to pay attention to is this right here, okay? This would be a very nice gap. Why is that? The reason why is because you are able to identify that market had a shift from the upside to the downside, right? This was our previous support that you could consider. And then when market just went through that support level, you can see that market never retraced back up and tapped that support level. Instead, it had a wick right here.